Some people are really good at
Whoops.
doing those, and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe one day. But I guess that was the intro, so we're live.
Yeah, so hello everybody. I see Jason Jacoby is in chat. Hello.
Yay.
And let me mute myself because YouTube, you really need to figure out this thing where I can mute the stream that I'm going to be appearing on before that stream goes live,
That would
right?
be awesome.
Because
Yeah, no, same. Because yeah, you see it and it's just like, really? And
and you're like
then
it's like I'm not going to want this to be playing audio. I will get the audio.
right. And what do you call it? It then the whole chat's like echo, echo, and I'm like, I know, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm YouTube limits what I can do with it. So I don't know. But thank you for coming. Welcome. And today, Dr. Tapiocaweasel is going to walk us through his trip to breatharianism.
Yeah, so I found this delightful new channel,
Oh,
which I
sweet of me.
think will appear in future episodes of Bad Science Sundays here, which is Woodward TV, our illustrious friends over here at Woodward TV, who, for the record, have 467,000 subscribers.
Oh
Just
my God. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not. You can see it's
Wait
right
a
there.
minute. I can't even get to 400, and they have 400 and some odd motherfuckers.
You got to
That's
sell out. That's what you got to
uh,
do. But
damn it all.
this video is interesting because I'm pretty sure that even this guy doesn't buy this nonsense. But
I mean,
he
I don't
does.
know. You underestimate some people's stupidness.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, and
All right.
also, this is going to be a super short. Say super short. It's going to be our shortest stream ever, just because we do want to. Mark and Bree are going to go live. I think at 11 tonight, and we want to make sure everybody can go over there to see Bree completely eviscerate him because she will. And
I.
Mark's always wrong. That's all I have to say.
What about when he says things you agree with?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. And this is why he's got 400 plus thousand subscribers because they got an intro.
Ah, they have an intro.
It's a
All
pretty good
right.
one too. I'm not gonna lie.
All I have to do is double up my all I have to do to double my subscribers is get that sweet, sweet intro vid.
So, if you look at the human body,
Can
we
you?
have teeth, a tongue, a throat, a stomach, intestine, along with other organs that aid us in the digestion of food and water.
What?
So, it makes sense that, like other beings on our planet, we need to eat to live.
So far, I'm on board.
Wait, what do we have here? That how do we have that here?
What? Have what?
He said what
That
we
we.
have here, and I'm like,
What?
what's here?
What
What do
is
we?
here? I mean, I guess just the human condition, the condition that you and I
I mean, he should
live and
specify
experience every day.
that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the video is titled "What You Need to Know About Breatharians," and like, if
I think he's pointing to the sky though,
I, no, I don't. I think this is
and
just a
what we have
picturistic.
here.
I
I
think this is just I think this is just cinematography.
I don't know. It's a breatharian
What
video.
if I
I'm pretty sure
It's
he's looking at the sky.
well, it's this individual is not a breatharian though. Is my point.
Okay, okay, okay. I have
It's
not
it's
seen the
just
vid,
told you
yeah.
that some
so I
believe
will.
that's not entirely
I
true?
don't know. I don't trust you often though. Like it's not my
That's fair.
forte.
That's fair.
I will withhold judgment.
What if I told you that not only do you not need to eat food, but you do not need to drink water either?
Then you
You
would be
would call me
wrong.
crazy,
Are we
but
sure
that
this
is
this
exactly
individual is not a breatharian? It sounds kind of breatharianism-y.
Well, yeah. The only reason I'm sure of that is because he's like, yeah, dude, I love eating. Eating is awesome. I'm not gonna
Eating
stop
is
eating.
awesome. We should all
And I'm
eat
like,
every day.
but he's also like, but like maybe, but like a breatharian is
That's right.
somebody who like, in my opinion. Oh, I think Stephanie's here.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Steph. I was arguing with the good doctor here about bad science.
Bad science?
He's pointing at the sky and saying it contains all the nutrients we need in life, and I'm not impressed.
In fairly dilute form, yes.
Fair. That I can agree with.
You know, you've got your nitrogen. You got your
I don't know how much
oxygen.
like phosphorus is in this like sky
I
though.
don't know.
Like you need some stuff. There's like
Go
some
through a
stuff you
cloud
don't
of
need
dust.
any.
Calcium, I don't know. How much calcium is it? Not much.
Yeah.
Is there any potassium in the sky?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering about all the nutrients we need in life, as he's pointing to the sky.
Probably not.
Complex proteins.
All right,
Fair
let's see
number
what
of
else he's got.
hydrocarbons, I guess. And
Yeah,
you can,
you're
All
like-
I need is the air that I
Yeah.
breathe.
The
Just
air that I
to love
breathe.
you.
Oh, hey, Bree.
Are out there doing. There are people who practice this as a lifestyle.
No, there aren't.
They are the breatharians.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty sick, like, right? That's actually, like, that's a rockin'
Good
soundtrack.
intro. Rockin' intro.
I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, right?
This is exactly what I need. I need to get my intro on, you know?
It's
like
like
rocking into the, could you imagine?
like this channel, Stephanie, I don't know if you noticed or heard us. This channel has 467,000 subscribers.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah.
So almost 500,000, not quite 500,000.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
close enough.
No.
But I'm not gonna lie, this is the first channel we found where the production quality, like, where that makes sense in light of the production quality.
In other
Because
words,
that is absolutely not the case for our friend over at MFU.
Good old Roger. I mean, you know, he starts in the middle of his own sentences where so proud. So proud.
him. Yeah, but yeah, honestly though, yeah, I'm liking this. God damn it. Stop. No, why are you like this? There we go.
I like to discuss topics that are way out there, subjects to get you thinking. Having
That
a
doesn't
clear
surprise me.
understanding of what is being talked about does not excite you. It is only when you don't understand something that you are intrigued. Does anyone know what the #1 cause of death is among humans? It's belief.
What?
I'll say that again.
He's gonna say it again.
belief.
The #1 cause of
I
death.
heard him the first
Yeah.
time.
We have a problem.
No, why? Why are you doing this? You're bringing me Sean Carroll. Sean Carroll is a smart person. We are not here for smart people.
What the fuck?
Teeth, a tongue, a throat,
Sorry,
A
we were
stomach.
here already.
intestinally what people are out there doing.
I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody in chat. I just messed up. Bad.
Subjects to get you thinking. Having a clear understanding of what is being talked about does not excite you. It is only when you
Even
don't
your browser's
understand
like,
something
this is way
that
too
you
much
are
stupid
intrigued.
for me.
Does anyone know what
It's not wrong. Okay, this is the question. Does anyone
the
know?
#1 cause of death is among humans? It's belief.
It's belief.
I'll say
I would
that
not.
again.
That would not have been in my top
Belief
10.
is the #1 cause of death among humans.
What are you saying?
Why?
Not if you ask
Okay.
ask my
Because of the
exes.
beliefs of others. How many
beliefs of
wars have been
others,
fought
holy
because
shit.
of what people believe? How many terrorist attacks have occurred because of what people believe in? Jesus died because he believed in something. Jews died.
Like, I see where he's going with this, and like, yes, it's true that people's beliefs and ideologies and whatnot are
have led to the
extremely
death of.
important.
Yeah, they have led to the death of a lot of people. True, but like they
But
were murdered.
yeah, yeah, the biological cause of their death
Yeah,
was not a belief.
IJS.
Died because they believed in something. Martin Luther King Jr. died because he believed in something, folks. I could go on and on with this.
I'll bet
You
you
see,
could.
Whenever someone experiences something new, that creates excitement, or it creates anxiety. It scares them, and it shows, sometimes with opposing aggression and violence. What these breatharians are doing scares other people, because other people don't understand why breatharians do what they do.
Do you think that we're scared of breatharians?
I do not believe that.
Well, that's just what a scared person would say, though.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
hiding the truth in your
Unrighteousness.
yeah, but like the fear version of unrighteousness. I guess like you're hiding the truth in your cowardice.
I'm a fear phobia.
Yeah. Well,
Or
I mean, I guess everybody's afraid of things that cause fear. Like, I can't really hold that against people tautologically. So, fear phobia seems fairly reasonable. But okay, we got Kilroy over here who's peeking around because
reasons.
this person. I'm not gonna lie. This channel has stock. They have money for stock footage and stock images. Right?
Sure.
Now, fasting
They got 500,000
is not
subs.
beyond our understanding.
Yeah. And
I
White
can't
Jesus over
imagine.
here.
Yeah, I can't imagine like what they're pulling on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
It is a common health practice among many. It is about the elimination of toxins from the body to purify the blood. Some consider it to be emotionally and spiritually enlightening.
We're talking about
as well.
fasting, just regular fasting here.
Depending on the fast, the duration could be anywhere between 3 days to a little over a month. The
I mean,
breatharian takes this concept to a whole.
is there a formal definition of like a fast beyond? Like, does it have to be a certain amount of time before it counts, like medically, as a fast?
Well, breakfast is what, 8
Yeah.
hours?
Yeah.
Or no, it's got to be more than that.
It depends on when you. Yeah. I don't know though.
Whole different level. So here's the idea. For the majority of people, the food that they eat and the water that they drink is most often loaded with toxins. These toxins, if they are not expelled from the body quickly, are stored in the body's tissue, namely the fat cells. Your body doesn't know what to do with these remaining toxins, so it shoves them inside the fat cells to keep them from re-entering the bloodstream.
I
remember.
I don't think that's how it works.
No.
Really.
Okay, so the
we
fat
have
cells keep
kidneys
calories
and whatnot. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about toxins are different than calories.
Yes, they're totally different. Not at all the same thing.
Calories get stored in fat in adipocytes, or cells. I don't think it stores toxins unless it's like you have like I don't know.
It's not supposed to. That's
what diet of cyanide, in which case it kind of gets everywhere.
That's what your liver and kidneys are for, is to get the toxins and like we've got a whole complex thing going on down there.
We have a system for all of that. A lot of it just gets shoved into the poop.
Yeah, you got lymph nodes to like clean out your like blood and stuff, and all the little like white blood cells and platelets and all that stuff. It's all super cool. I like there isn't like most things that your body is exposed to. It knows how to handle.
Yeah.
Right. Like not everything. Like heavy metals.
Right.
Those are pretty tough to handle. We haven't evolved a way out of that one yet, but
our normal diet, like, I mean. And most stuff does get shoved into the fat, but that's just because we're fat slobs and we don't. Well, gosh, the things that we're legally allowed to eat is absurd. But I mean, we eat too
Fun
much.
fun fact: the first
Mhm.
great extinction on planet Earth was caused by the stromatolites, who were pumping so much oxygen into the atmosphere that it killed everything. This oxygen is
Yep.
poisonous.
Yep.
Ah, these are facts.
Yeah, so you know, not everything that's good for the goose is good for the gander, I guess.
IJS.
Terrible.
Anyway,
This is why people develop that gut with love handles as they age. The reason the body
Again,
does
that's
this
calories.
is because it cannot.
Yeah. No. But all unpleasant things are of the same fundamental type,
Oh,
Maya.
right.
Everything that's bad is the same type of bad, and it's the type of bad that they won't tell you about.
right.
Oh, the they. Yeah,
The
those
they.
bastards.
The them. The evil them.
It's
Yikes.
you may be grammatically correct, Stephanie, but it's not a battle you're going to win.
The they. The they's fine too. I mean, it's just the
No,
band was the them.
it's not. No, it's they. They do it all.
I don't.
And
Yep.
eliminate the toxins in a timely manner. If it just left those toxins in the bloodstream, you would probably die. If you stop eating, this eventually activates ketosis, and your body begins to purge these toxins out of your body. Now, if you're someone who has
What?
never done this before,
Wait, so your body doesn't just do it on its own because it has all those, good things like lymph nodes, kidneys, liver, all that stuff. You have to starve yourself before the body will be like, well, I guess we'll start burning through all these toxins.
Apparently, I mean,
He's gonna.
I can't understand what a calorie is
no, Maya,
I'm gonna
because
no.
what he's
take-
actually talking about, like if he just said calories instead of toxins, I'd shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna take a really wild guess and say that this is not a 10-day slim down thing here. Day 1, day 10, come on now. Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm not believing this sequence of photographs here.
It seems unlikely. It
Well, I mean,
seems
Seems
maybe if you
extremely
starve
unlikely.
yourself, that might happen if you starve yourself for 10 days.
They could be
However-
sucking in a little bit too.
However,
the other
this guy
well,
is totally just sucking in his stomach.
Yeah.
he could be sucking in his stomach, and it shows a little bit lower down how he's sucking in his stomach. It's like
Now, I'm
he's
pretty
got some-
sure
I mean,
day
He's
3 is
sporting,
what
he's sporting some wood by day 10, which is rather interesting. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Now, I'm pretty sure
So,
day 3,
like-
day 1 is with his stomach extended, and day 10 is with his stomach like pulled in. Yeah, like Dr.
So, like,
Chap.
So so this is day 1, and then
Oh, yeah.
like day 10 or
Oh, wait a minute. I'm
No.
sorry.
Better?
Putting on a show. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
got.
Woo,
Nice.
baby.
Okay, so I'm getting a bunch of notifications, by the way, in
Is it from the they?
EVMux about the they are apparently threatening to turn down my bandwidth, probably because I'm being too
You're too sexy
forward
for the stream.
and explicit. Yeah, I'm too sexy for the stream.
Yes.
So sexy it hurts. It's
If you know what I mean.
before after years of loading your body with toxins, you're probably going to get sick. This is called a healing crisis. Because
a healing crisis. Is that a term you guys have heard before?
A healing crisis. Is that like a, what do you call it? Yeah, a detox, like drug addicts go through. A healing crisis.
It's like the closest thing that I would have to compare to that would be I went through like sort of a mental health crisis at the end of 2019 when I like had super bad burnout in grad school, and I just sort of like hit a wall, and my depression, it was awful. It was really awful. This was actually when I first like really found this whole community, by the way, and then I lurked for a few years
Yay.
and then showed up.
All right.
But
So, did you feel
that
like
was a
you were
crisis.
a crisis of healing? Is that what you?
Kind of, because it in seeing and acknowledging like how bad I felt, it was like ripping off the Band-Aid, you know, that old aphorism. And sometimes things like feel worse before they feel better. Like that's true, but like that's not but this is stupid. This is
Yeah. I mean,
stupid.
I don't think you want to conflate this with reality.
Well, what even is reality, though?
Um, well, Mr. Jacoby seems to think this is reality.
Always good to be enlightened by the wisdom of Mr. Jacoby.
As the
Indeed.
toxins have to re-enter the bloodstream to be filtered out. So, you're going to feel ill for a little while doing this. People consider this to be withdrawal symptoms from not eating, but the end results are quite rewarding. You see, the only time your body has a chance to get rid of these toxins is when you sleep, just a few hours. And then you wake up and go right back to eating. You go right back to loading toxins into your body. This keeps the
What?
body in a constant state of dis-ease. And what
Wait, so
happens
all
is that people get
food
used to it.
is toxins?
Yeah, yeah. That's fundamentally that is where he is going with this. Yes, but
Okay.
it's again. This is a person. The narrator, the person who's saying all this, eats. They love to eat.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I don't
he
think they
eats.
buy
He's-
this. I
he's
just think
still
they know that
alive.
their audience buy this.
Obviously, he eats. He's still alive. But,
Yeah,
like,
Breatharians eat too. Oh my gosh, it's so baffling to me because the thing is, it's obvious. It's one of the few things that is instinctually extremely obvious, right? You know that you need to eat to survive.
mhm.
As fundamentally as you know you need to breathe to survive, which that's what I'm waiting for. It's like somebody to take this to the next level, because the next level is saying you just need to be one with the energy of the universe, and you don't need to breathe either.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
That's when you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay.
This is why people say, I forgot what it was like to feel good.
Yeah, I have felt that way, I will say.
Yeah, no, true.
Till I did a fast. After
Not
the
that way.
fast, the idea is to maintain a healthy diet until the next fast or cleansing. But
Okay.
breatharians say, nope, I'm going to stop poisoning my body once and for all by not eating at all.
It's a
Okay.
bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for you.
Now, many breatharians will admit that they do in fact still eat food.
Okay.
Oh, now, hold it right there.
Right?
So they don't stop eating. They just taper off a wee bit.
Well, they think they stop eating. They have such an unrealistic self-conception of how much they. I'm convinced that there are a lot of people out there who really do believe that they're surviving without getting sustenance from food. They're just stupid.
What do they eat? Cotton candy? That's mostly air. I mean, they mostly eat things that's mostly air.
They
Swiss
eat-
cheese.
No,
They'll go for
they
Swiss
eat
cheese,
broths.
nuts.
They meditate. They clearly meditate in the sun and get prana.
They eat a lot of brothy stuff. And
Brothy
probably a lot more or liquid things that, like, you know, they forget
Okay.
are food, and probably they just misestimate how much like vegetables and stuff they're eating by like a factor of like 30.
Okay.
Like, legitimately.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I just
Like-
want to.
Life
Hey, Mark.
force,
Hey,
air,
Mark said he's going to lurk,
piranha.
and I just want to remind Mark that Bree's lurking too. Mwahaha.
Oh, yeah, lurk fight.
Lurk fight, and also everybody. I don't know how to raid, but if I could, we're all gonna love bomb Amy. So we can watch Bree eviscerate Mark Reed at 11 o'clock tonight. That's in 1 hour.
Wait, is
Yeah.
there like an
But-
actual way to like officially raid? Because my
Yeah, there
understanding
is.
of raid. Oh, I thought you could. I didn't even realize that. Oh yeah, you can have the stream feed into the other stream, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
something.
Okay, I totally.
There's
forgot.
something you can do that I have not figured out yet. Because professional streamer, and
You need to stop eating, Maya. That's the problem. You're poisoning
oh,
yourself.
you need to be monetized. All right, so I need all of you
Okay.
bastards to get like 2 of your friends and get them to subscribe.
I've already done that. Okay, there's 3 of us in this thing, and they're all subscribed to this channel. So
This is true.
yeah, they're also all subscribed to. I was having so much fun with myself. on
Yeah,
my
well,
channel.
hit the like button, you
On
bastards.
occasion.
Sorry.
But it is
Yeah,
On this video, you want me to hit the like here?
Yeah, I
'Cause-
know.
Yeah.
Oh, not that one. No, stop that. Stop doing that.
No, not that one.
For 467,000
You-
subscribers and only
Yeah.
4.8 thousand likes, that's not a great ratio, though.
You know
not
what? I
really.
need like 6 more people to like my channel right now. Well, this stream at least. That would be great
Yeah,
for me.
do it.
Yeah.
Do
describe it as being an act of will rather than out of hunger. Many claim they don't ever feel hungry, so they look at
Okay.
eating as something they want to do rather than have to do.
I mean,
Interestingly
Porcano does.
enough, even
Right.
though there is an initial loss of weight, the body stabilizes and begins to draw energy from the air. And
God
No, it fucking doesn't.
damn it, that's not how human bodies work.
No, it actually does not.
Show me the mechanism. How? How are we just drawing energy from the air? I mean, you can say that like oxygen, we draw oxygen from the air, and that is a thing probably in some sort of catalytic reaction or something. Like there's a thing which allows our metabolism to work that we do draw from the air. So like they're not 100% wrong, but mostly because they're not even wrong. Like they're just so detached from reality that it. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is such a great question.
The Breatharian
I mean-
food pyramid. No, but I want to see how piranha gets in there. Like,
If it does, I'm pretty sure he's not going to talk about it, but we'll see. We'll
we've
see.
got life force and piranha.
Yeah.
Breathing and air seem to be related because what else do you do really?
And
What do you?
isn't prana is life force? Isn't I mean, isn't that like literally what that means?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused.
Okay.
Well, that's because you're not at one with your inner chakras.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
nothing could be more true.
this is
I
what
almost
strikes
fell
up
off the
this
boat
belief.
today. Does that count?
Oh, holy shit!
Oh.
Well, you got to
Well,
not do
actually,
that.
we got like a 30-degree shift in 20 knots of breeze. It was very, very shifty. We got about a 30-degree shift and 20 knots of breeze, and got knocked down to weather. 2 of us were at least over the side anyway. Only half
Wow.
of me got wet. I was just sitting there laughing. It's like, well, the weather will break soon.
Well,
By
yeah,
the way,
mean,
I think
guess
your
that's
video
a
has
sailor's
frozen
day.
stuff.
It has? Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
your
has.
video is frozen. Also,
No.
my name is. I forgot to fix the spelling of my name. It's Tapiocaweasel.
Tapio.
May I see that? Tapioca?
Tau. Oh, you're
Tau.
the Tapiocaweasel today.
Has baffled scientists to this day. Many breatharians are practitioners of pranic yoga, an ancient form of Eastern meditation. In fact, a lot of them believe their lifestyle to be very spiritually enlightened. And
I'm stunned. Stunned, I tell you.
that it opens up the body's chakras, enabling them to reach a state of nirvana, eventually leading them to transcend to the fifth dimension. Now, not eating.
What does that mean? They've something their chakras so they can achieve nirvana and ascend to the fifth dimension. Like, how much more bullshit can you fit into a single sentence?
Oh,
The
is that
answer
a
is a
challenge?
lot.
Is that a challenge?
Well, I mean, I've had a conversation with Wits It Gets It, so I know that the answer is a lot. Okay,
You had a
there's whole
conversation with the person.
with Wits It Gets It. Yeah, he was the guy who disproved flat Earth with a Van de Graaff generator.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were yelling at him. Oh, that was
I was yelling
hilarious.
at him because he broke me. He said that, and I was broken. I was like, oh
You're
my
like, I will
god.
dox you myself. Here is my driver's license. Come at
I
me, bro. I was
I
like,
didn't
what are
do
you
that,
doing?
but yes, from that moment
But
onward, I
didn't
was like,
you?
Dr. Tapiocaweasel, aka Michael Van de Graaff, will absolutely stand up against the tyranny of the stupidity that is people who claim that the Van de Graaff generator disproves globe Earth. I hate them so much. All right, moving on.
That was funny.
Also, what is going on here? Why is this the thing that is shown for transcending the fifth dimension?
Because apparently you have to be really parched to get
I,
into the 5D. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
Eating is one thing, but there are breatharians who don't drink water either. If this is true, then is it possible for the body?
No, there aren't. Just to clarify that for anybody in the audience, there are not breatharians. Well, there are no breatharians who have been living longer than 10 days who don't consume water.
Indeed.
To sustain itself by other means? Is this another life hack? Can we?
No! Is this a life hack? The funny thing is, there's a lot of the people who would identify, I think, as breatharians would probably be appalled to have it described as a life hack. Like, that would be such a cheap, lazy way of motivating it. And they would want it to be motivated by being at one with the energy flow of eternal Gaia, our mother, or something, you know? But then you've got morons like Raw Matt, who used to...
Oh, God.
Raw Matt used to be a breatharian.
How dare you say his name in my pristine, like, just pretty little stream? Gosh, it was...
Look around, Maya! I mean, we got...
Well, we do have people like Spooky Bed here on this channel.
This is what I'm saying, right? I wasn't going to say it, but you're going to call Spooky out by name, then yeah, Spooky's he's like...
Sometimes that Titan comes around.
Every now and again.
Yep.
Really tap into the other energies like the sun and the air.
This is some not great artwork also. Like, I don't know who made this artwork, but
it's,
if it's
something-esque. I don't know who the artist
like
is.
If this was made by a human living 150,000 years ago, I would be incredibly impressed. But if it's made by an adult in the last 1,000 years, I'm not at all impressed.
Air and use mind over matter to maintain a healthier existence. Now, I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh man, that's bullshit. What are you, a moron?" And
that person would be right.
This brings us right back to the point I was making about beliefs. And these opposing beliefs are what cause breatharians to retreat to a life of isolation. Not only is it difficult to live a normal life in the population, not eating and drinking, think about having to deal with the opinions and...
You know how many times the people that I see, that I actually like see in my day-to-day life, how often they see me eat? Almost never. Like, I go and I eat in public places, but not with like people that recognize me. Because I go off on my lunchtime, which generally occurs most days at like 4 p.m. because it's a whole thing with my medication. People don't see me eat. I live alone. I have an appetite that normally only kicks on in the evenings.
Yeah,
Like,
your appetite is like wonkers.
it's
Like
super wonkers.
you're gonna like get hungry right around the time of the um, Mark Reed
Oh
massacre.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. I because you know how many calories I've eaten today?
No.
A cup of coffee, maybe a donut.
0, actually. I've been drinking some lemonade, but eaten 0. I haven't actually
Oh wow!
eaten today. Yeah,
Oh my
I haven't
god!
been.
Tap is a breatharian. Confirmed.
But well, absolutely not, because let me tell you, by the time I go to bed, I'm gonna have at least 1,500 calories. I've also like been mostly sitting at my computer all day, so I haven't burned that many calories, and I need to lose weight. I'm like 220, and I'm trying to drop it. So
Yeah, my phone was amazed at me today. Apparently, I broke my step goal, or I reached my step goal, which is 10,000 steps.
yeah, I
Holy
was like a
shit!
thousand.
Nice.
Yeah, 1,000. No, I do. I actually do that every day. 10,000.
Most people do, I
Yeah.
think. It's
One would hope. You can
you
meandering around your house. You should at least break 1,000 steps a day, and if you don't, like maybe go to the mailbox.
yeah, exactly.
Opposition from others around you, especially from those who care about it. It's just a crazy, loony cookie
Whoa.
code. They probably get down with blood orgies and all
Why is
that,
this
man.
relevant?
Well,
What's up with a guy with no teeth?
It. I don't know. This is like offensive and elitist, and the people he's making fun of, he's trying to make fun of people for being offensive and elitist, or at least
Right.
elitist.
Don't you love this? It's just so statesmanly. Like Stephanie deserves to be on a $20 bill.
That's true.
Like I love when
Huh?
your screen's frozen again. But it's like the
What?
best possible.
Yeah. Well, hey, I will say this week, as far as
No.
I've been aware, your volume has been steady.
Yeah, volume's been fine, but the camera's off the reservation. That's great. I don't know.
Your computer hates our stream. My stream at
Apparently,
least.
your stream.
God.
Yeah, whatever.
Also, in addition to this guy being rude towards people with dental health problems, we all just sort of skated by and just sort of ignored the whole blood orgy comment.
Blood orgy? Did I miss
Oh
a
yeah.
thing?
means an opposition
Oh,
from others
yeah, I did
around
miss a thing. Look at
you,
that.
especially from those who care about it. It's just a crazy, loony cookie code. They probably get down with blood orgies and all that, man. Well,
What
I'm
did I?
pretty
What the fuck is that?
This is all the money that we get to organize our blood orgies.
Oh,
Don't you remember that one thumbnail when we were just like holding the mad stacks of cash?
this is more than that, though. This is like a bigger stack. Am I supposed to be promoting blood orgies? I can do that.
I can also do that.
I mean, because that's an impressive stack of cash.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody, like blood orgies at Tap's house.
Yeah,
Let's
I
get
mean,
that cash flow going.
let's do it. Cupertino, California.
sure that people have and do use breatharianism to create and lead their own cult following.
We are. Try to keep up.
I've seen breatharians charge millions.
What? Who?
Oh, there's a question from the chat, and I was answering.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Carrie, like, check your inbox. I invited you, didn't I? Wait, are we friends? On Discord?
Gotta be friends for the orgy.
millions
Only
of dollars
friends.
to learn their secrets.
Only friends.
Millions. But before you judge, is it crazier to charge millions of dollars for something like this? Or is it crazier to pay millions of dollars for something like this?
Something like what?
This is not for everyone, folks. And it's certainly not for me.
Oh,
I enjoy
man.
eating way too much.
Okay. So this guy personally is not a kook.
Well, he's certainly a kook. He's just not a practicing kook of this variety,
Okay.
right?
All right.
But I'm not gonna lie. Like, if that looks like a delicious bird.
Indeed, indeed.
I'm all for a healthy fast or cleansing, but to cut out eating and drinking altogether, damn that. I think people should be able to be happy doing what they choose to do and spend their money on whatever they want. Then someone says, how come they don't give that money to those starving kids in Africa, huh? How come they don't teach them?
Who says this? Who thinks that there are multi-billion-dollar breatharians out there who are just like spending their money on air? I guess.
People do that?
I have no idea.
Them how to live without eating. Well, for one, there is a big difference between starving because you want to and starving because there's no food.
What the hell does that mean?
Why? Oh God. But is there?
There's a big difference between starving because you want to. Who is starving because they want to?
No one.
Is he saying no? Exactly, and I don't think he means to say that the people who in the world who are starving because they want to. I don't think that's what he means to say.
No, I mean he's probably just talking about dieting. But he's a fucking moron.
And he's like, you're not starving because you want to. You're starving because there's no food. And I'm like, yeah, but if I didn't need food, then I wouldn't starve if there was no food. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Both halves of that sentence, like, implied that the other half didn't make sense. This is a common problem.
The ones who claim to be the true masters of breatharianism claim that they haven't eaten or drank anything for years. I don't know. Maybe there is something to this lifestyle.
No, there isn't.
Maybe it is a path to a higher existence.
It's not.
I guess I'll never know, because I have absolutely no plans to stop eating. And I sure as hell have no plans to spend millions of dollars to find out.
I don't know where the whole millions of dollars
came from.
Yeah, no, it was a thing that we, like, sort of kind of skimmed. It was a point he made when there was money on the screen.
Judge, is it crazier to charge millions of
he's like, is it crazier to charge millions of dollars
for something like this?
But I feel like this was a part of the video that he edited out because it's like a dangling thought that doesn't connect to anything else.
Anything at all.
It's very confusing. Okay, so that's...
All right, well, you know...
So even he's like, it would be interesting to see what keeps the body from eating itself from the inside out. Because that's what happens when you starve to death.
I'm just saying. And it's not like toxins. It's like things that are needed to keep you alive.
Yeah, and it
really
takes it
wants
from...
to live. And it will take it from, like, actual things you need to live.
Or things that you need to live on a priority list. I mean, eventually it runs out. And it doesn't have enough to keep your brain and heart running. And when you can't do that anymore, you're kind of done.
Yeah, even if you are left in the middle of an open field, in which case you might go quicker.
So, for the next video, I posted a few different ones in the Discord chat.
Mm-hmm.
Which do people have any strong preference? Because we've got sky creatures. Do sky creatures exist?
You know what? We've never let the chat. I'm going to do a poll. We've never let the chat determine the next.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got sky creatures.
I think that's very brilliant.
Yeah, what you need to know about sky creatures. Then what you need to know about adrenochrome. If you haven't heard of adrenochrome,
Oh,
it's some messed
man.
up stuff. There's also what you need to know about real life vampires. And these are all on this. These are all from this channel. And also what you need to know about the hole at the pole. There's a hole at, I think, like the North Pole that goes down into the hollow earth. So those are our options. Oh, also there was a Monsters at Sea. I didn't actually watch that one yet, though.
Oh, can't. Already done.
Yep.
So I only get four thingies. So somewhere in here we have sky creatures, adrenochrome, vampires, and hole at the pole. And yeah, we're 33, 33.
Hold on. Before I want to, there's a clip from another video I want to show while people are voting. It's not from one of this guys. It's a great synopsis. The first time I ever heard the word adrenochrome was from this awesome video called "In Search of a Flat Earth" by Folding Ideas. And it's the transition into the second part, and this is delightful. Okay, so we're gonna share this tab, and so
Right,
this is a long video.
I have a long video. Wait,
no, I'm not. We're not gonna watch it. We're not gonna watch it. We're gonna watch this thing. I'm telling people, you should go and watch this video because it's great. But I'm only gonna show like a 1-minute section from it. Okay.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Port for the last several
Looks
years.
like we have an adrenochrome
because they're all going to
in the chat.
Yeah.
I have vampires at 50, which is the highest so far. I'll stop it. So I'm gonna let Tab do his. I'm gonna throw in a crazy little video, and then we'll see where the chat stops.
This is like a little bit of a non sequitur because this is where I first heard the word adrenochrome, but it's not like we're not gonna like dwell on it. But this is a guy describing QAnon.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Which is all the flat earthers left flat Earth, and then they went to QAnon.
QAnon. QAnon is a fascist biblical esoterics apocalypse cult that believes an anonymous government agent known only as Q is leaking sensitive, above top secret information to patriots, revealing that the political and cultural opponents of Donald J. Trump, the so-called deep state and Hollywood elite, are the minions of the cabal, literal Satan-worshipping pedophiles who kidnap, traffic, molest, and terrorize children in order to produce and harvest adrenochrome, a byproduct of the body processing adrenaline, which they use to get high during their ritual worship of their lord, who is, again, Satan, a constructed enemy so cartoonishly evil that it justifies discarding basically all human rights in order to turn opposition to Trump into a crime in a sweeping authoritarian purge of undesirables and political opponents called the Storm that will usher in a golden age of peace and prosperity, or the Great Awakening.
That's one of my favorite sentences of all time. I'm sorry. It's just very funny to me.
Well, it pretty much sums it up.
Right?
Very,
Like
very
a
well,
remarkably concise but extremely hilarious way. I mean, of a certain type. Okay.
All right, now I'm just
you
gonna
wanted
be
to share a
like,
video?
yeah, I'm just gonna be super stupid about it.
Okay, so hold on. So what one?
What
though?
are we going with?
Did a tree to
Yeah.
I think it was vampires, right?
No, I'm gonna wait. What's on?
Okay.
Vampires right now. Yeah, and we're gonna let the music play while the chat decides what they're gonna do. But we have 3 minutes and 11 videos. 11 votes, and with vampires winning. So
why are you detaining me? You are about to lose your job. You are about to lose lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose.
Oh man, come on YouTube.
Your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance.
Was she right? Oh my god, this is so beautiful.
Is this shit worth your job? Cause you bought to. Cause you ain't got no reason.
You ain't got no reason.
I really hope that she was right though, because there's a lot of people, like sovereign citizens,
Yeah.
who are like, you're gonna lose your job for this, and it's like, no, you just have no idea what you're talking about.
No, he actually was a good cop. He really had a lot of room to rough her up, and he just did not. So, all right. So, ooh, very narrowly, vampires.
Okie dokie. Pull that up.
Very narrowly.
Okay, so the title of the video is What You Need to Know, right there, need to know about real-life vampires.
They leave a mean hickey. Okay, we have the black hole. That's a good start.
Well, this is the intro, I think. Which, again, very good.
Yeah.
So, tell me, folks, how many of you have ever heard this one? Yeah, that thing right there, no, it won't hurt you. It will actually help you. How many of you have heard that?
It's the same problem where, I'm assuming that what's on the screen is related to what he's saying, but it's actually not, I don't think. He's just sort of talking about a thing.
That one. You know, I call that the devil's lie. Because it was the first lie ever told. Remember Eve in the garden?
Oh, no.
Eve was told that eating the fruit from the tree of knowledge would kill her. And the devil straight up told her that it would not. And that it would be good for her.
The devil didn't lie.
Which is the main reason.
Right? You show me in that
Who
text
was
where the
lying
devil
in
said
that-
something that was false.
Who was lying in the situation? It sounds to me, it obviously didn't kill her. It just sort of, unless you count loss of
Also-
immortality as being killed.
Also, the first thing that he said was a question. It wasn't a statement. It was, did God really tell you such and such? And questions can certainly have implications, but technically on their own, they're not going to be lies, right? So,
Reason she shared
yeah. Although, yeah. Sorry.
the fruit with her husband to begin with because she was seduced into believing that it was good for her. You see, the devil would not have been able to seduce Adam, but he knew, of course, that he could
was
seduce
with
Eve.
her. He was with her. She gave the apple
Oh.
to Adam, who was with her. He was talking to her, he was watching the whole conversation. What the fuck?
Yeah. So this one does go a little bit into This is like the most religious it like gets, because I know that we
Okay.
like religion is not what we normally do on Sunday
It's
evenings
not.
here.
But I mean,
It's
like,
all right,
since
but
we're
this is
quoting
bullshit.
books,
Yeah, but
I would have because it like, oh, Adam never would have, allowed this to happen.
also,
If you
like,
look in
how
the
do you know
Bible, it said she
Adam
gave
could have
the
been
fruit
bi?
to her husband who was with her. Adam was, I don't know, asleep at the wheel or something because like the snake was making a deal with Eve, like she was the CEO.
Yeah.
Plus, which
I
was,
mean-
did Yahweh ever tell Eve don't eat from the tree?
No,
I don't
he
think
did
so.
not.
No,
He told Adam,
Yahweh
and
told Adam, and Adam kept
Adam
mum.
was
Apparently,
like, "Hey, she ain't me. Let's see how this plays out."
right?
Like,
We always get the blame. I always get the fucking blame.
it's always the women.
Bastards.
Let's see what they do to us, stuff.
Douchebags.
I mean,
Shut up, white man.
maybe you guys shouldn't have eaten the damn apple. I'm just saying, we wouldn't be here now.
Yeah, we'd be
Eve.
stupid.
I mean, it's women. Am I right? Am I right, chat?
Oh, for fuck's sake. What's
Would
the
in
other
turn
idiot? got
seduce
to
her
say?
husband.
What was that?
The
I'm
What's
video.
this video?
Throw
God damn
my
it.
drink at the camera.
Well, you know what? Yeah, if you can do something, fine.
King Solomon fell for
There
that
it
trap
is.
too. The devil
Not
doesn't
over
have
here.
any new tricks, folks. So, tell me if you've heard this
doesn't?
one. Oh, Satanists aren't really bad. They encourage benevolence and empathy, reject tyrannical authority, advocate practical common sense, and oppose injustice, and undertake noble pursuits.
You.
Goodness gracious.
He said that all that like it's a bad thing.
No.
I mean,
Gracious great balls of fire. This is the world I'm living in. And you too. Have you guys seen that video I recently posted called What You Need to Know About the Ritual?
No,
Remember I mentioned the anniversary of the Church of Satan
no.
just happened to be during the height of a ritual season?
Probably
I think he's
because.
living in
Satan
his own
Con
private Idaho,
2023.
frankly.
Well, I mean,
Right.
if I were a Church of Satan and I were gonna schedule a big thing,
Yeah.
I would totally do it in the most provocative, ritualistically charged way that I could think of.
Now, if they'd been on top of their game, they would have done it in Salem. I mean, come
Right?
on.
Well, hold
know?
on. I mean, that's probably what the
Go
point
up to
of
Gallows
this is.
Hill and have a big old fun. There aren't an awful lot of hotels in Salem, though. That's the
How
problem.
close is Salem to Boston?
Oh, about 20 minutes.
Oh, that counts. My job is further away than 20 minutes.
Yeah, but the problem is there's only one hotel in Salem.
The other problem is that
What?
it's New England, and
Seriously?
everybody in New England like is so used to everything being so close and compact that I was talking to a couple that I met in Rhode Island. They're like, yeah, if you have an event that's more than 15 minutes away, it's really hard to get people to go to it.
Well, that's
And I'm
good.
like-
I mean, that's in the great state of Maine. It takes
Yeah.
about 7 hours. 7 hours to get to the other end of the state.
Yeah, no, it's only those it's only those three. It's only Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island that have like this super. And even then, mostly Rhode Island has it worse than the rest of them. Because I mean, the state, it takes 45 minutes to drive across the entire state of Rhode Island.
That's true. It's very true.
it takes me half an
Celebrate
hour just to get to like
Right.
downtown in my city. God.
Right?
So, okay.
10-year anniversary in Boston this weekend. This year's theme is Hexanacht in Boston, which is German for Witches' Night. Organizers say the event is sold out. Of course it is. Or was sold out last weekend, right? So you guys, look. This is how the trick works. You take something that is bad, and you just say that it's good. That's it. There's nothing special or magical about it.
Oh, I
People
get
are
it.
just
Hey,
stupid.
Dr. Tapiocaweasel. All right, so you just got to look at it this way. Flat Earth is good. And ergo, all your headaches are now alleviated.
I hate you so much. The only person I hate more than you.
He's a Jeranism guy.
It's not Jeranism. No, they just arrived recently.
Oh,
It's
there
our,
it is.
it's our friend Titan.
Oh, who doesn't love Titan?
Titan trolls me so hard.
Oh, he's
With
really
all
good
of
at
the-
that.
Titan's asking in the chat why Salem? Because Salem witch trials. Come on now.
Yeah, it's like the hub of
No.
Satanism, apparently. Or it's
So I
now the
know
home of
Satan
Satan.com.
I don't understand that.
Or-
Salem don't have it, but it was the devil's mark, etc. that people were examined for. All that stuff.
Yeah, both globular, unlike the Earth.
Which is hollow and flat.
At the same time.
Salem's a lot of fun on Halloween.
Yeah.
Very, very busy. You don't want
I'll
to try to
bet.
drive through town. They have fireworks and everything.
Whoa! This is hardcore.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Wow, that's
Okay.
good.
This, if we had known about this still frame, this absolutely would have been on a thumbnail.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
we can
love
still
the-
do it.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I could totally do it. I could do it at like while you're talking. But no, I love this. This is a great what do you call it? TikTok filter.
Yeah, man, those are nice.
Knows what a vampire is, right? Did you know that real life vampires are
I
actually
mean,
good?
Titan, if you really want to come on and explain Satanism, you're more than welcome. You're a friend of the show. Just hit me up and let me know if you're serious or not. Because I never know.
Well, anybody who knows anything about real vampires knows that.
Anything,
Oh,
anybody who knows
anything
anything,
about real vampires.
real vampires.
Real vampires.
The only people who know anything about real vampires are the biologists who study that specific species of vampire bats.
Ah, no. It's vampirology.
Vampirology,
Yeah, or
and
something
pure
like
means fire,
that. In the middle.
and no, that was amid. That's pyramid.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because it's pyre and then amid. You got the
Amid.
Greek,
In the
and
middle.
then you've got the
The
English, because that's how
to
words
come
work.
up with to come up with the Egyptian word.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I do think the word pyramid is a Greek word.
Sure, whatever. But
I don't- Yes, isn't it? It was.
it was
Did
Greek.
the Greeks make pyramids? Anyway, point taken.
That? You mean to tell me you guys didn't know that? Let's talk.
Like, not gonna lie, this intro does kind of slap.
This intro fucks.
Like, it's
No,
solid.
yeah, like I don't know.
Right,
I
like-
kind of want to open with this intro every.
Right? It's really good. We can't because that
that
would
would
totally
be
be a
wrong.
copyright viation and wrong.
But I mean, no, we just like his videos.
we gotta find something that sounds that's like is of the same spirit, you know? Because
Yeah.
it's
Just play his
jamming,
videos
man.
before we start playing other people's. Like,
yeah.
it's not my intro. It's an intro. Now, moving on to something that has nothing to do with this video.
Yeah.
First, I would like to say that there is this concept of God and the devil. God is the good guy, and the devil is the bad guy. Are you with me so far?
Sure.
Hold on. Are we?
Yeah,
I mean, I hear words.
I suppose, yeah. As far as it goes.
Yeah, I'm willing to. Let's adopt his moral metaphysics here, or whatever.
God was the first to liberate us, not the devil, because it was God that gave us the choice to worship him or not. It's a very simple concept.
Bullshit.
How? In what sense did God give that choice? In the
Don't
sense
eat
that
that.
it.
Don't eat that fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. That sounds like no choice whatsoever.
Yeah, well, I guess his point is that they were free to disobey, but like they were also free to disobey the serpent, who is not Satan, who, yeah, no, I don't. Weird.
Now we are entertaining the idea that up is down and left is right, and people are beginning to believe that 2 + 2 is not 4. Interview with a real-life vampire. Why?
Believe it or not, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think he actually goes the obvious place that people normally go with that argument,
What
which
do
is
you mean?
like gender realism bullshit,
What?
right?
I didn't hear gender realism.
No,
Maybe
No,
if
he
anybody
didn't.
would
But
hear it, it would be Stephanie.
right? Okay, maybe I thought just he was going that way because people like do that same thing, and then they're like, men believe that they're women. That's like where they often go with it. It's like, wow, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Drinking blood isn't like in Hollywood. People who claim to be vampires are in the thousands.
No, it's
with
more like in the
demographics
Catholic Church every Sunday.
Right?
Transcending class, race, and gender. But there's a reason they stay in the shadows. I wonder why.
This is the Guardian, by the way. Hold on, let me move my mouse.
This is the Guardian?
Well, yeah, but obviously the Guardian isn't saying this, right? Like, he's quoting a thing. So clearly this is like a reporter, like, going into a cultural, like... There are people who pretend to be vampires.
Sure,
like, it's
yeah.
It's a pretty robust subculture, I think.
Yeah.
And so those people are going to have a whole culture, in some sense. And this is the Guardian being like, people will read about this. Let's make a story. And now we're reacting to a guy who's misinterpreting their thing. So, like, they were right on several levels.
That would be. Drinking blood isn't what Hollywood makes it out to be, according to real-life vampires. First of all, there's no biting. That's neither safe nor sanitary. And with too many vital arteries, the neck isn't the favored spot.
Well, that's
Transactions
fair
aren't
enough.
carnages leaving the victim lifeless behind in a dark alley, and nor do vampires sleep in coffins or burn in daylight. They're generally cool with garlic. Most of them don't even have fangs. Instead, modern vampires get their sustenance from inch-long incisions made by a sterilized scalpel on a fleshy part of the body that doesn't scar.
Where are you going to slice where you're just not going to scar from an inch-long incision?
What? Wait, I didn't catch that part.
They said that they get their sustenance from inch-long incisions
Mm-hmm.
made by a sterilized scalpel on a fleshy part of the body that doesn't scar.
Oh.
where
Is
on
it
the body?
different for every person? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, I think they're just saying like we do it on a part of the body that doesn't scar, as though there are parts of the body,
Right.
and maybe there are. I'm not aware of this though, but I don't think that there's there aren't. If you do an inch long cut and you don't stitch it up really really nicely, because you can actually. I had I when I was like 7 or something, I got a huge gash on the side of my face right here, and it went really really deep, and I was bleeding like all over, and it was terrible, and the doctor who like fixed it up was really really good. He was actually a cosmetic surgeon, and so he was able to like stitch it together. So all I have is this dimple right here now. That's the only sign I have of it, and
Are you
there's no
sure it wasn't a
scar.
vampire bite?
It seems unlikely. I think it was my brother throwing me into the headboard of the bed.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Was there a
He didn't
vampire
mean to.
headboard at the bed?
He felt bad, and yeah.
Throwing
And I
you
just
first into a vampire? He should.
spooky bed hair. You better not be cutting your tapioca weasel. How dare you?
Though the vampire may suck it up directly from the source, medically trained personnel usually perform the procedure. There's paperwork, too.
Oh, you know what I bet happens?
What's
I
that?
bet there are people who like rob like blood clinics. Actually, that probably doesn't happen very often. That's probably a really, really high failure rate.
I mean, I would hope it wouldn't happen
Crime.
very often, but it has probably happened in the past.
Probably just people sell their blood to like weird vampire people. Because they get off on feeling lightheaded.
Okay.
Which,
Okay.
right? Like, not the weirdest thing.
I
Not the
don't
most
know.
unexpected
I
thing
mean,
I've
if I'm
ever
in a
heard of.
vampire cult, like, why wouldn't I just, like, blood share? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying anyone should do that. That sounds very dangerous. And
Like, that
unsafe.
sounds unsanitary and terrible. That's why.
Yeah, I'm not saying you
Don't it?
should do this. I'm just saying, since everyone has blood and we want to be edgy vampire freaks, I know, people like free options.
Don't just have to consent, but also provide health certificates proving the absence of blood-borne diseases. Still, feeding is a sensual and sacred ritual. The people who claim to be vampires are in the thousands worldwide, with demographics transcending borders, class, race, and gender. And increasingly, researchers study them. We're people you pass on the street and likely socialize with on a daily basis, says Murdicus.
Wait a minute. Only at night, though, right?
No, I mean, they're done with garlic, too. And
Okay.
they didn't
So
even
shrimp
address the
marinara is
whole...
on the menu for a vampire, especially if it's, if the marinara sauce has a certain added ingredient.
Yeah. They're, these... what? What? What is happening?
The 37-year-old
The
founding
chat
member of
voted for
Atlanta's
vampires.
Vampire
That
Alliance.
is what happened.
You know, chat, sometimes I feel like you don't have our best interests in mind. Like,
Love you, chat. Mwah, 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 mwah.
I'm not sure I do. I think chat can go play traffic.
He's kidding. He's kidding. You know
Whoa.
you're a special little angels.
I will mute everybody in chat.
Oh,
I
for
will.
fuck's sake.
I will not mute everybody in chat. I'll just mute Titan again. Hold on, give me a moment.
Wait, stop that now.
Your band.
not-
You
Your
often
band.
keep this
your
aspect
band.
of our
You get a
life
ban,
secret
and
for
you get a ban.
fear will be misunderstood and to safeguard against reprisals from what society deems taboo. So, in other words, real-life vampires are just people that have to partake in what many people would consider to be a perversion.
I mean,
Bela Lugosi, nice. That's a nice touch.
yeah.
They just have to have some blood as part of their complete breakfast, like morning coffee. They just can't seem to get through the day.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that laugh in his voice? I don't know. I don't think he believes in vampires.
I don't think so either.
I hate it when people lie to me.
Day without it. Why? I don't know. Why do
Spooky
people think
music
the earth
a
is
nice
flat?
touch, though.
There is no convincing them otherwise in most cases. Let's see, BBC Future. People who drink human blood. Vampirism, it seems, comes in many shades. The blood-feeding community held jobs as bar staff, secretaries, and nurses. Some were church-going Christians. Other atheists, often they were very
Phlebotomist.
altruistic.
Yeah, I mean that would be like the go-to job, right?
The ideal, yeah.
Yeah, like you'd be like, okay, are they out? Like just a little, give you a little squirtsies. You could just move on.
Vampires aren't always skulking around graveyards, attending goth nightclubs, or feasting at blood orgies. Not always.
Blood orgies.
Explains one vampire named.
Well, this is 2 videos in a row that blood orgies have come up.
Well,
He loves
Guys-
blood orgies.
I think God exists and is giving us a message. It's not clear what the message is, but it's definitely related to blood orgies.
Blood orgies at Dr. Tab's house.
It's not a big enough place. And like it's hardwood floors, like you would slip.
especially if they're covered in blood. Ooh.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm a practical person. I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared. And
I don't know.
hardwood
It's
floors.
kink shaming.
I'm not kink shaming. I'm saying you got to be prepared.
All right, so we'll all come naked so that we have like the maximal room, and but we'll wear non-slip sneakers.
I mean,
It
okay, we'll
works.
talk about the so on a hardwood floor, and you've got warm, delicious, nutritious blood just all up in that, right? Like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna be doing some hydroplaning or hemoplaning. You're gonna be hemoplaning all over the floor, and it's gonna be really hard.
I mean, most of us will be like sitting down, and or some people will be on their knees. It's whatever.
I guess, but like
Like you're thinking too hard about it. Look, all you
I
have to do.
comfort is how you make an orgy last into the 4th, 5th, 6th hour. Okay,
All you have
is
to do is open the door where adults will take care of it from there.
okay, fine.
There are real vampire organizations who feed the homeless, volunteer in animal rescue groups, and who take up any number of social causes. They're good vampires. Importantly, while some vampires are looking for psychic energy that gives them strength, others, known as med-sangs or medical sanguinarians, believe their need for blood is purely psychological. The identity vampire means little to nothing to us, says one med-sang known as CJ. The exclamation mark is part of her online alias. Who I
can't.
Like the chat is way more interesting than this video right now.
This guy's so dumb though. It's like, oh my god. Our chat is always interesting. We have the best chat.
I have to agree. I used to tell Dapper that he had the best chat, and I think he just has the smartest chat. No offense. We've definitely got the most entertaining chat.
Yes.
Met online. However, when we are blood drinkers, especially human blood, the label is impossible to shake. Maybe because vampires suck human blood.
Like,
Renewed vitality.
fair point. You know, it's a fair point.
Gently questioning his cohort about the onset of the condition, Browning found that hunger for blood seemed to strike around the onset of puberty. One of the first people Browning interviewed, for instance, had been 13 or 14 years old when he realized he felt weak all the time, lacking all the energy to run and play sports like his friends. Eventually, while fighting with his cousin, he drew blood, and his mouth brushed against the wound. He suddenly felt a lot of vitality, says Browning. That taste for blood eventually turned into a compulsive hunger. Or maybe the kid was just hungry. It was a common tale that seemed to resonate with most of the vampires he met. Besides relentless fatigue, other common symptoms appeared to include severe headaches and stomach cramps. CJ, for instance, has been plagued with an irritable bowel, which she says can only be cured after a drink of blood.
How do you learn that?
That is a great question.
Right? Like, because I know how it happens. Probably is they come across something like this, but with less actual experienced human stupidity behind it, and then they use it as a way to leapfrog themselves into making an extremely stupid decision, and the cycle continues, and it always escalates a little bit more. But at the end of the day, it comes from nothing.
No, this is truth. Do you have the whiteboard handy? Because
I
told people, I think the whiteboard is a little bit of a kink. If you just hold it up,
I can hold up the whiteboard. I got the whiteboard here.
We're going to the whiteboard for the
No.
blood?
we're
it's
not
just-
kink shaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because some people need the whiteboard like they need life.
They need me to move the magnet around.
Oh, I see.
I don't always tweak the magnet when people are watching, but you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can if you want, like, you can see the back of the whiteboard. On the back of the whiteboard, it's like a shiny board.
That's giving me
It's
nothing.
shy.
Like
That's the
It's
silver
shy.
board. The
Yeah.
silver portion.
This is the silver board, and I mean somebody it went through an experience. At some point, you can see the crack. So if somebody hurt you, it's okay.
All right.
There we go.
All right. I think we got it in. I'm starting
Yes.
to see splooge marks coming out of the chat. So
Yeah. I mean, it's my OnlyFans is doing phenomenally.
all right.
Yeah.
Back to the video. You are welcome.
After consuming a sizable quantity, somewhere between 7 shot glasses to even a cup, our digestive system works wonderfully. Does it?
Okay.
Vampire, blood drinker, it doesn't matter what you call it. And it doesn't matter what the blood does once they consume it. This is, by definition, cannibalism. And that is that. Modern day vampires have been around for several decades, and the subculture has grown and evolved over time. The origins of the modern vampire subculture can be traced back to the early 70s, when the first vampire-themed nightclubs and bars started appearing and attracted to a diverse group of people who I
got vampire themed nightclubs and bars. Yes. Why do we
It's
not
a good
know?
point. Hey, we've got to send people, I think.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. All right.
And yeah, so we should do
All right.
that
So we
and
should
start wrapping
do.
up.
I don't know. Maybe we can do more vampires next week, since the
Maybe,
chat
yeah.
seems to be really interested in that. We'll figure it out. We'll work it out. We'll give you something good. But right now, we're gonna wrap up, and Amy's going to be starting in 3 minutes. So,
I think it got delayed for another 5.
Is
But
it-
Yeah, we got Mark still here. I don't know.
we can talk for we can certainly talk for 8 minutes.
I don't know how to talk.
Stephanie, who are you? Where are you?
Yes.
And what do you have coming up this week?
I'm Stephanie, and I start racing on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh my
Season
God,
has
that's
started.
awesome.
Boat is in the water. Like I said, tipped over and fell into the water today. It was all kinds of fun. It's like teaching 2 new people on the boat what to do was interesting. Hold on
interesting,
was hold on was the first lesson. When the boat tips over, try to get to
Oh,
the high
holy
side.
shit! Yeah,
quick.
no, you don't want the boat to tip over. That's what you.
No, the boat does tip over. The question is keep the.
Well, I
tipping
mean,
under
you're supposed to
control,
keep it from
rather.
doing that, though, right?
No, it tips over. You can't help it. What are you gonna do?
Okay.
Like it just goes like that. So you sit out.
I mean,
sit
I
on the-
thought
don't sit on the side where it's tipping because that
I
exaggerates.
thought
the
the objective was to live.
it is.
Am I wrong?
No,
I
no.
imagine
I survived.
they're
I'm here.
highly
it's all
competent
good.
swimmers.
I have a personal flotation device. I'm not stupid.
All right. So, do you have any streams coming up this week?
I don't know. I'll probably do something. I might. I've got a little short of putting the boats in and stuff. I was gonna do some filming on the water today, but didn't really get around to it. Otherwise occupied. But I might do some. There's no shortage of idiocy going on in the world, so I'll probably do something somewhere along the line.
Ain't it the truth?
Yeah.
All right, Doc, who are you? Where are you? What do you have coming up this week?
I'm Tapiocaweasel, and I'm my mom's coming to visit me this
Aw.
week, so that'll be fun.
Did you call your mother
And-
for Mother's Day?
I did, yes.
All right, good boy.
And yep, and I also will be. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a lot of stuff done in the lab this week, also before my mom gets here, because the other experiment has gotten a lot of data taken, and now I might be able to run mine without having my magnetic fields mess with theirs, and it'll be good. So, no, I will not be streaming. Is the answer, because I will.
All
be
right,
doing
is she
things.
is she gonna be gone by next Sunday or?
I will let you know.
Okay, cool. Stephanie might be
but-
me and you. Need you to stand by.
Okay, hanging in.
All right. Yeah, I had some Mama's Day things to do too, so I do appreciate Stephanie and Doc for coming up with the streams in the last minute so that I could enjoy being. Well, I've been a mom for 2+ decades. Say 2+, almost 3 decades, not quite. So, on occasion, I like to have the little ones gather around and lavish me with gifts for all my hard work and effort. So it's
Nice.
cool.
Like it.
Yeah,
I deserve it.
absolutely.
So I don't have anything planned this week. I just started a new job last week. So there are things I wanted to do that I'm probably going to postpone until later. Maybe in the summer or some point when I kind of feel like I can comfortably come home and not have to, do anything. But, until then, I do appreciate everyone for coming by. We're going to do a big Maya raid for, actually, I'm looking at Amy's chat, and I think almost everybody's over there already. She's 15
All right.
people. So, all right. I see 18. 18 people in Amy's chat. Big Maya
There you
raid.
go.
Don't forget
We're
to
going
hit
to go
like on your
support.
way out.
We're going to support Bree, and we're all going to hand tissues to Mark so he can cry properly after she
Yeah.
beats the pants off of him. Love you, Mark. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love all of you. Love you, Spooky. Love you, Carrie Ann. Love you, Crystal. Love you, Brian. Kira J. Oh, she likes to lurk. We love her for it. Yeah, I love all of you people.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you again next week. So, bye, everybody.
Bye.